Today, let's chat about an insanely successful company, ByteDance. In just a few short years, this outfit went from a tiny team to a global tech powerhouse. And behind it all is one key figure, Zhang Yiming. What's his story? And how did he lead his team to build such a legend? Stick around, and I'll break it down. Born in 1983 in Longyan, Fujian, Zhang grew up in a family of civil servants. His dad worked at the city's science commission before starting an electronics factory, and his mom was a nurse. That stable home life fostered his hunger for knowledge and curiosity about new things. In 2001, he enrolled at Nankai University, initially majoring in microelectronics before switching to software engineering. Even in college, his tech skills shined. Senior year, he coded an automated circuit board processing software called PCBS, nabbing second place in a competition. Right after graduating in 2005, Zhang teamed up with two friends to build an enterprise-focused IM collaborative office system. But that first startup flopped, wrong market fit. No biggie, though. In February 2006, he joined Toutiao, a travel search site, as their first engineer, leading search development. With solid skills and hustle, he became a senior tech manager a year later, overseeing 40 people and eventually becoming head of the tech committee. That stint at Toutiao? Gold for learning how to handle information processing tech. 2008 saw Zhang jump to Microsoft, but let's just say it wasn't a match. They cared most about following every rule in the playbook, he later said. Too many boxes, no place for someone with ideas and drive. So he bailed, joining another entrepreneurial star Wang Xing's Fanfo as a tech co-founder. October 2009 marked Zhang's first solo startup, 99 Fong, a vertical real estate search engine. There, he dabbled in mobile development, rolling out 5 apps, like rental and property buying tools, in 6 months, racking up 1.5 million users and topping real estate app charts. But Zhang wanted more. He spotted a bigger opportunity: personalized online content. So he quit as CEO and prepped for his 5th startup. In 2012, Zhang founded ByteDance in Beijing's Zhongguan Cun Tech Hub. Looking back at his career, he realized he'd always been chasing the same goal: gathering and distributing info. His team nailed a recommendation algorithm that crunched user habits, interests, and location to serve up personalized content, and Toutiao, today's headlines, was born. That algorithm? Total game changer. Toutiao took off like a rocket. While building Toutiao, Zhang tested other ideas like NEI Handuanzi, a platform for memes, short videos, and snarky comments, all algorithm pushed. Early on, users vetted the content, and the jokes were clever, funny, and even subtly satirical. But as users exploded, they ditched user reviews, letting low-quality stuff flood in: trolls, regional slurs, racy content. By 2018, the government shut it down. Tech hurdles weren't the only battle, marketing was tough too. Zhang hit the streets with his team, cold-calling app stores and promotion channels. Once, they waited 2 hours in a big app store's conference room just to get 5 minutes of chat time, only to get rejected. But he didn't flinch. They analyzed the market, tweaked their strategy, and slowly but surely, Toutiao's user base grew. By late 2013, with users and team size booming, ByteDance got a buyout offer. For most startups, that's a win, but Zhang and his crew? They grabbed Hot Pot, cranked up the music, and decided, we're in this to build something great. For the long haul, idea took off. ByteDance launched Toutiao, recommendation engine plus creator platform. At first, recruiting writers was brutal. They'd hit up 100 people and maybe 3 would say yes. So the whole team, from product to ops, turned into recruiters. It worked. Against big competitors, Toutiao thrived, thanks to solid tech and sharp operations. In December 2014, Toutiao Video launched, later rebranded as Shigua Video. As the company grew, Zhang worried people might get complacent. He sent a company-wide memo urging everyone to stay hungry, stay in startup mode. Their famous always day one mantra. Early 2015, at their Okinawa retreat, theme, the age of big changes, they felt tech was about to shake up the world. They debated diving into short videos. Meipai and Kuaishou were already big in China, so they feared being late. But they went for it anyway. September 2016. Douyin launched. These guys obsessed over details. When users noticed a 200 to 300 millisecond audio-video lag, something most folks wouldn't catch and common in competitors, the team freaked. They iterated weekly, fixing tiny glitches. Ops even set up user groups to troubleshoot. If they couldn't explain something, they'd invite users to the office for a meal and a chat. That dedication paid off. In 3 years, Douyin blew up. Now 400 million daily users share their lives on it. Their obsession with tech drew top talent. In October 2016, ByteDance launched its AI lab, spawning more hit products, all chasing their mission: inspire creativity, enrich life. ByteDance went global from day one. Here's a funny story. When the company decided to speed up international expansion, one eager employee geared up to head to India. But a few days later, Zhang called him. Turns out the guy was still in Beijing because he grabbed Indonesian paperwork by mistake and got stopped at customs. But he eventually made it to India, did his research, and hired a solid team. In August 2015, ByteDance launched TopBuzz, the overseas version of Toutiao, starting with the US, then Brazil in 2016. February 2017, they bought US-based Flipagram. September 2017, Douyin went global, rebranded as TikTok. November 2017, they acquired Music.ly, a China-founded app big in the US. In August 2018, they merged Music.ly into TikTok. 3 months later, TikTok had 30 million new users. Sure, there were cultural and regulatory hurdles, but TikTok's global success? Huge. Today, ByteDance has 240-plus offices worldwide, serving 150-plus countries, and topping app store charts in 40-plus. As they grew, they branched out: e-commerce, gaming, education. In 2020, they launched a dedicated e-commerce division, bought container platform KaiCloud to boost tech, got their first gaming license, and started an education tech subsidiary. October 2024, Zhang Yiming became China's richest person, worth 350 billion yuan. But it hasn't all been smooth. In early 2024, ad revenue growth slowed in China, thanks to lagging Douyin e-commerce. Even with more merchant subsidies, ad targets missed for 2 straight quarters, while costs spiked 60%. Globally, TikTok's future looks bright, but early 2024 revenue fell short. E-commerce GMV tanked for months, and geopolitics hit hard. The US president signed a ban bill, citing national security, spooking merchants and advertisers, and hurting revenue. But ByteDance isn't backing down. They're tweaking their e-commerce model. TikTok's fighting the ban in court, and they're doubling down on tech. Big investments in AI, launching CC, AnyDoor, Dreamina AI, and in October 2024, their first AI agent headphone, Ola Friend. Looking back, ByteDance went from a small team to a global giant, thanks to Zhang's tech obsession, algorithm smarts, top talent, and quick global moves. What's next? We'll just have to wait and see.